Carlos, congratulations. I must say, I think every Huddersfield Town watcher will have really enjoyed that. But it was more complicated than just an easy 3-0 win, wasn't it?
Totally agree with you, because sometimes you watch the result and you can imagine one game, but today was not the type of game that was easy to take a positive result, because the first half was very balanced. They were doing a very good press, not very high, not in a low block, in between. And in some moment we find the solutions. Then to find players between the lines, like Sinani or Brian or Danny Ward to help the team to find this space between the lines. Then we were attacking, but in some moments they were complicated and we didn't find the opportunity to attack. And we know that they are a very organized team in defense, with a very individual players that they can drive and they can unbalance from the 1-versus-1 point of view. Then the team in the first half for me was a complicated game to manage, where it was very important to be very serious to don't concede one goal. That make everything very difficult today. It was very important to fix some points in the second half, but I think the team played really well in the second half, dominating all the different moments that one game can have. The set piece in defense, the set piece in attack, the playing out, the building up, the high pressing too. And when I was watching this performance, I was watching that the team was growing with the game, and we were controlling one game that, when you analyze the first half, it was not easy. It was a difficult and tough game, but with the good performance of the team, we could take the 3 points tonight.
Josh Karoma's early second half goal, classic Josh Karoma quality, was also a good example of shooting from outside the penalty area, which maybe was a quality lacking in the first half.
Yes, because Josh was, for me, growing with the game, because in the first half he was dropping more than he needed to drop, because we want that he be playing as a striker, because we know that Josh Karoma is a dangerous player when he plays close to the line of defenders of the opponent team. In the first half, just because they didn't find opportunity to receive the ball, and sometimes the player wants to receive the ball, but instead to receive the ball in a positive conditions or positive positions, he was receiving ball in complicated conditions that don't allow the team to attack and don't allow him to come make the difference that he is a player that has to do for us.
Once the second goal went in, Carlos, it seemed that you changed the team. You brought Alex Vallejo on for a quite long stint in the second half. How important was it to you, even at 2-0, to make sure that the clean sheet was kept, that the goal was kept intact at the back?
I think in the Championship is one of the leagues like everything can change in the last 5 minutes. And I have the experience to have been living this type of situation many times. As soon as the other team score one goal playing at home, they are going to change the dynamic, and sometimes from the emotional point of view, they can be able to change one game. And I think it was important in that moment to continue having the ball, because now you just be focused to defense, try to have one player like Alex that can help you to accumulate passes a lot. The fact that we were playing with 2 midfielders increased the high pressing of the 2 midfielders and will open some spaces in the back of the midfielders to make some counter-attacks. And I think we did, but we didn't score more goals, or we didn't score just the Hoggy goal after this, but we didn't use the last opportunity that we had. But it was important more than the create chance, to control the game, having the ball too. That's why I think Alex Vallejo did an excellent performance today, helping the team a lot to have the ball.
It was enjoyable to see Alex Vallejo have such an influence on the match, especially even for that short time that he was on. But you mentioned another really memorable aspect of tonight's match, which is Jonathan Hogg's goal. We thought he wasn't allowed to score. He doesn't score many, but that was a spectacular strike, wasn't it?
Yes, we know that the strength of Hoggy is to give a lot of stability to the team, and we know that he's doing a fantastic job making this. He's one player that he not only defends, because he held the team and he's taking responsibility to help the team to attack. But of course, one of the strengths that he has and is key for us is to have his stability in the middle of the pitch. Sometimes the fact that we are playing with central backs don't allow to play with Alex Vallejo in the middle, because sometimes with 3 in the back, Hoggy need to have, or Alex, he will be as a position midfielder, the position midfielder need to have players in front of him to can make the attack grow. And sometimes with 3+2, you don't find enough solution when you have the ball. But we know that Alex is one player that always can help the team, because he has the skill to manage very well the ball too.
A word, if you would, Carlos, about the fans. There was a happy coincidence about the stadium here tonight in Blackpool, where you had a very big away support, and they're very close to the pitch. How big an influence do you think they had on the team tonight?
a lot, because from the beginning we was feeling the support of the fans. It's something that we were missing the last year, and this year when you have the fans close to you, you don't feel that you are playing away. You feel that you have your support there competing with you, and they were supporting it in today a lot. That's something that I don't know if it's easy to say or it's not or classical to say or no, but I was thinking that we were feeling the support of our fans make us feel how responsible we are in the pitch and how concentrated we need to play, because always what we want to do is to the people that is supporting to make them proud.
Can I ask you finally about Mipo Odubeko and how you're using him, Carlos? He's had 2 very short inclusions. Is that your policy now? Are you being careful about your use of him now that he's arrived from West Ham on loan?
I think Mipo is one young player that he is going to need some time to adapt to the habits that this team has, because this team is playing with players that from the beginning of the pre-season are working together, and even from the last year too. But I think he's an important player that from the bench can help a lot to the team, and he's a player that he needs to continue growing to help more the team, because I know that he didn't have the experience to play in the Championship yet, and all these minutes for me can help him to continue in the growing. But when you are winning one game like we were winning, sometimes if you precipitate the last change, you can suffer any consequence in the last moment that you don't want to suffer, and we need to, even if you want to give minutes to the players to continue growing and to continue improving in the adaptation to the Championship, it's very important that we manage well the different moments to get a positive result.
Congratulations on your decision making tonight and on the result.
Thank you so much.